Hello, it's Kazuyoshi. This podcast is the program that I talk about habits, and the title is Habits Craft for Your Future, Transforming Thoughts and Actions. And I've been speaking about habits and also goal vision in the previous talks, and now we are focusing on how I can develop the capability to be strong at the important moment of our life. So there are various elements that I addressed in the past, like relax, number one, and number two is the guts power, number three, coolness with a clear mind, and also the number of opportunities that you have encountered those pivotal moments. Well, there are a lot, but I wanted to say that eventually, if you get one thing, and that will be the most important factor of being strong at a very important moment. And that is about getting used to it. Getting used to it means if you are used to face and encounter a challenging and pivotal moment so that you don't need to worry about dealing with the situation, then you have the capability to win at that moment. It's so simple, and I told this in a longer sentence, but simply said, make that moment your comfort zone and then you'll perform well is my simple solution. So getting used to something means that is part of that is your comfort zone. Alright, so now I have to explain about the comfort zone, which I have talked a lot. So, yeah, everybody knows the word comfort zone these days. So I'm not going to go deep in that. But one of the typical ways that I explain comfort zone is whether you like it or not. I mean, whether you enjoy it or not, if that is something that you are used to, then you'll feel that is part of your comfort zone. It's my definition. And this explanation relates to the fact that if you want to perform well, and also this involves a little bit of improvement, so performing well and improvement, you will need to experience some stress. So, in other words, without any stress, non-stress or very less stress situation, you can't perform well and you can't improve. This is the equation. Of course, when you are so getting used to it and some situation is totally your comfort zone, then you'll be able to perform well because you don't need to feel any barrier for you to doing well at that moment. And if you cut only this moment, pick up this moment, and they will talk about that. Okay, I have performed well because I didn't feel any stress and I totally felt that this is part of my comfort zone. Yeah, I can understand that, but so only one time you may be able to perform well if that is your center of your comfort zone and if you don't feel any stress. The assumption is that if you are in the comfort zone, the stress will be very less. And the more you get out of the comfort zone, the stress will be higher. So stress is a very critical factor for us to keep improving. But if that is too strong, you will fail. So the reasonable level of stress is important. But we always need that. So I'm going back to the topic about getting used to it will enable you to perform well at the moment. And this could be explained as if you are in the comfort zone, or if you make the situation your comfort zone, then your performance will be high. That's number one, today's talk. And the other part is that what will happen if you get used to it so much? Will you be able to move forward or not? And of course, by definition, you can understand that the comfort zone, getting used to it, will also involve maintaining the status quo, because the comfort zone wants to maintain itself. And as a human being, we don't want to change. So therefore, if you get used to it too much, which means that you can easily perform well, your performance will be good at the moment, but will not improve anymore. By the way, how do you see that is your comfort zone? All right, I could say that if you are enjoying your performance, this contradicts with stress. But if you're enjoying your comfort zone, if you're enjoying your performance, that means that you will be in the comfort zone and you are getting used to it. That eventually leads you to a good performance. So, what happens if you enjoy the moment so much, and if that happens, I'm sure that you will get bored at some point. So, enjoying the moment is very important to understand you are in the comfort zone and you are able to perform well. But if you keep maintaining that situation without improvement, without stress, then you will start to get bored, or bored may be a strong word, so you get less excitement, and then over time your performance will deteriorate. Because reasonable level of stress is essential for us to keep improving. And if you don't improve, that means it could be very little, but very, very little deterioration compared to the previous performance. And you won't recognize, because it doesn't look like that you will be different from yesterday. However, this keeps going on, then I'm talking about you are a little bit doing something with less excitement, and also you're not receiving sufficient stress for you to keep improving. Then you start to feel that that moment will be routine and you will not get excited, and then eventually it could take a long time, but eventually you get bored, and that is the end state of getting used to something too much. So what we're going to do is that understand the fact that the comfort zone is good, because if you are in the comfort zone, you're going to be able to perform well. But if you maintain that status for too long time, I don't know what time of period will be reasonable, but if you maintain that too long, and then you will start to get weaker, deteriorate, performance will become worse day by day. Maybe you don't know that you are kind of becoming weaker. However, over time you will get weaker. And so the only way to prevent that is you get out the comfort zone and receive the stress that you have created by yourself, actually. So stress is important for improvement, but this contradicts with that. With less stress, then you'll be able to perform. So if we understand this structure and also the secret of high performance, I guess we will be able to learn how to be a good performer, and also you'll be able to teach this to somebody else. Right, I know this talk has been a little bit complicated because it involves a lot of elements, and I was trying to explain this carefully so that you will not get confused. But I'm sure that you will need to listen to this at least 2-3 times so that you will get used to what I'm talking about. And I'm still in the phase of developing this theory, but yet this theory itself is theory itself is established, but the way it be explained need to be polished, I'm sure. But I'm talking about that. I'm quite confident of knowing how to be excellent at your peak moment, and I want to convey this so that everybody be able to perform well at the very important moment, and which will be the definitive changing factor of our life. Thank you for listening to my talk, and I wish I could speak with you again soon. Thank you very much. Kazuyoshi Hisano.